pull up with that new thing. Please don't fall in love, cause I think of you all day. Yeah, I was running through my brain, can't be nothing. Cause I just know you got me thinking about forever. Got a crush, crush, crush on you. I just wanna be your only crush, crush, crush on you. I'm not the type to give it in, read it out to your mind. Let me tell you now, I got a crush, crush, crush on you. When I was looking outside, girl, you got me lost in your eyes. I got you when you're falling. Just know that I won't be here for long. Thinking of you all day, yeah. Running in my head, all or nothing. Cause I just know you got me thinking about forever. Got a crush, crush, crush on you. I just wanna be your only crush, crush, crush on you. I'm not the type to give it in, read it out to your mind. Let me tell you now, I got a crush, crush, crush on you.
Hello everyone! Welcome, guys! You might notice something a little different. Nothing crazy, of course, but I have a new background for when I'm doing PNG tuber stuff and I have like the screen before I start gaming and stuff. How do y'all like it? How do y'all like it? Hola, ¿cómo estás? Hello, hello. Ooh, wrong button. There we go. That's much better. Welcome in. Thank you. I really like how it turned out. I think it's really cute. But today we're just gonna chatting and we're gonna be I'm gonna be answering questions. So if you guys have any questions regarding really anything, specifically any questions about like content creation or me or any of my series, feel free to ask away. And yeah, I know this is very last minute of a stream. I typically will give a little bit more heads up than this, but I was a stream, so I thought might as well. Hope y'all don't mind. Yeah, I wanted it to feel like a little urban fantasy fairy vibe, you know? How's the merch coming along? Okay, so one of my artists, I have two artists that are working on the merch drop right now, and without giving too much away, obviously, they are working on separate things that are going to be in the same release, right? They're going to be released at the same time, but they're working on like separate stuff. And it's all Internet Crush themed, so it's all Internet Crush merch. One of my artists, aka Cyan, y'all know her, y'all love her. She had her, what is it called? HDD. Basically, her computer, something in her computer pooped itself and she lost a lot of her storage, but she was able to recover a lot of her art stuff, thankfully. So, that is being resumed, thankfully. But yeah, it's been coming along good. I won't get into specifics of what will be in the deal. I don't think I've gone into specifics about it already, and just in case, I'm gonna refrain. But yeah, I'm really excited about it, and I think that it's turning out really cool so far. Just know that there's a lot of love going into these pieces, and so they're not gonna be just kind of thrown together designs, a logo on a t-shirt. They're kind of more finely crafted, kind of wanting it to be more of a thing you would wear regardless of being a fan of the show type of thing, for the things that are wearables. And then there's other stuff too that's going to be released, but yeah. Welcome, Bard Woman. I feel like it's been forever since I've been to a stream. It's lovely to have you here. Welcome. Late streams can be really fun. Oh, hell yeah. I agree, Cassie. I agree. I know, I don't stream this late typically, but I wanted to stream, so here we are. I really want to start streaming more often. I know I say that a lot. And I mean, I do stream fairly often. I stream once a week, but I really like streaming. And so I wish I had more time to do it, because a lot of the time it's just a matter of, oh, I don't have the ability to be able to stream for multiple hours every day, you know? But I have to remind myself that, like, I can do shorter spur of the moment streams. Kind of like this. Like, this is probably going to be about an hour stream. And, like, I don't have to stream for 2 to 3 hours to 4 hours to 5 hours, you know? I get in my head about it. Lovely to see all you guys in chat, by the way. Thank you guys for being here. If you guys want more streams, by the way, I have things I want to stream. There's a lot going on right now with Roblox. Boo, Roblox. I love playing Roblox, though. So it's tearing me apart. So Roblox is a company, boo. Certain people that create games on Roblox, I still obviously, my heart goes out to them because it's kind of a tricky time to navigate, you know? For those who don't know, basically, like, without getting into the nitty gritty, because I'm not at all qualified to be, like, going into the nitty gritty. Basically, Roblox. You guys know it. I grew up playing Roblox, and I still play it as an adult. Basically, there was this guy that was specifically going on Roblox to find people trying to prey off of children. So, like, predators. Very valiant thing to do. Like how, like, that's such a good thing to do, trying to get predators off of the site, basically, and, like, report them to the authorities, right? Well, Roblox actually sent this creator a cease and desist, allegedly, because of the bad rep, quote unquote, that they were giving Roblox, which is crazy because he's, like, helping the site, technically. I feel like they should have just worked with him. But anyways, that's just a very brief, go watch someone else's video that they know a lot more about it. Also, hello, Selena. I don't know if I said hi to you already. Hello, Selena. I don't know if I, you know, am doing it justice and laying out everything that needs to be laid out, but that's just, like, what I've heard. But so that makes me feel very torn, because I have a lot of Roblox games I really want to stream, but I also don't want to promote Roblox. You guys know where I'm coming from? Would you make plushies of the cast? What a 180 in questions. I would love to. Plushies are a little harder. I would love to use maybe a company like Makeship. I've heard fairly good things about them. I am thinking of doing something like that eventually, but I just don't think I have the resources to do it yet. Because the thing with Makeship is, at least from my understanding, you have to have a certain amount of people say they'll buy one to be able to actually have them be made. Because it's, you know, it's a kind of, like, they want to make sure that there's an audience there to buy said plushies, you know, before they invest money and time and equipment to be able to make said plushies. So, like, I think I would need to wait till I'm a little bit bigger to do something like that. So, you know, keep sharing the channel, and maybe one day it'll happen. I would love to do something like that. Yeah. Yeah, I think Roblox, it is a weird area to be in, Bobcat, where it's like, I love so many games on Roblox, and, like, I love playing with my friends. Like, that's something that I really enjoy. And, you know, every company has its ups and downs and, like, its rights and wrongs, but, like, come on, like, a colossal fuck up on Roblox's part, I feel. It could have been such a good PR move to work with him, I feel, and make it where they, you know, have this whole campaign of, like, we are making Roblox a safer site for your children. You know, like, I feel like that could have been much better. But again, I don't know all the ins and outs of it, so I might be misquoting, I might be misinterpreting things that I've heard. But I really want to play more Roblox games on the channel. All I've played is Just to Impress, I believe, on the channel. But like, I love so many Roblox games. Like, like that's really what I play in my free time recently. And so it's kind of, it is tearing me apart, truly. I'm so conflicted. I'm like, I want to play these on stream because I feel like I could stream so much more often if I streamed that. But hey, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Maybe everything will end up working out in the end and, you know, things are getting blown out of proportion. But also, like, a season assist is a little aggressive, you know? But yeah, I love specifically, I'm trying to think of some of the games. I love a good obby. I grew up with obbies a lot. I like obbies less than I did back in the day. I love like the escape rooms, like the escape room games, because I am a sucker for a good escape room. I've actually only played one real one in real life. I love escape room games though, and so I need to do more in real life. Yeah, I think it is natural as you grow up, especially with Roblox specifically, like the games I grew up with. Like, I had a phase where I didn't play Roblox for a while, and I just got back into it, honestly, fairly recently. Like, I'd say within the last year or so, within the last like 6 months to a year, I've gotten back into playing just certain games on Roblox. And I really enjoy those games. How I justified Roblox, playing Roblox and everything, is I'm supporting the... I don't spend money on Roblox anymore. I used to. I have a really cute avatar in Roblox because of the money I've spent in Roblox in the past. But you know, that's my thing, you know. Do I still play? Yes. Unless something, you know, comes out and I see that it's even worse than anything I've heard before, obviously, then that's different. Then I'll reassess then. But at the level right now, I feel like as long as I'm not putting money into their pockets, I feel okay with it, you know? I loved working at pizza. Oh, that was my favorite growing up. I loved that. I loved that. How much did your avatar cost? Not much. I went onto one of those games. Again, this was like when I first got back into Roblox like a year or so ago. I went onto one of those games where like it has like all of the pre-made outfits. And I got like a really cute chibi one. I think I spent like $5 in real life total. So like not much. And I bought other things with that money as well, but some of that went towards the outfit. And I'm like not a gacha game player personally. Like I don't like microtransactions. And so it is like I like really was like, wow, I'm treating myself by giving myself an avatar in Roblox. It's really cute though. It has like a little Choco Cat hat. It has pink hair, obviously. And it has like a cutesy little outfit, and it's super chibi and adorable. I really like my avatar. It also has like the chibi head with like the blinking eyes. It's really cute. I'll have to play Roblox eventually at some point, I feel, on the channel. Hopefully after everything is like figured out, you know, and like things have been handled in a much more professional, in my opinion, way on Roblox's end. An empathetic way, truly. I remember I was so obsessed with changing my avatar. I'd spent so much Roblox on it. Yeah, I feel like I had one of my friends growing up. She was like, she would spend so much money on Roblox avatars. And like, I never understood. I was jealous of it a little bit, but I never really understood it. And then I did it for the first time like a year ago. I spent money on a Roblox avatar and I was like, yeah, I get it. I actually do kind of get this. And now I'm like, okay, I kind of get gacha games. again, do I play them? No, but I kind of get it more now. Oh, question from Ezran. What is the way you come up with ideas for episodes? So I outline the entire season typically, do a very rough outline of what is going to happen, overarching stories and whatnot, what I want to happen with each character, and I'll write them all down. And then I'll figure out, okay, what from this list of things that is going to happen over the course of the series or the season, what do I need to happen in this specific episode? I'll put those in and then I'll expand off of it. If I just have like a one-off idea for a scene, I'll add that in. It's very much just a process of like brainstorming and figuring out what I feel like would fit the best and stuff like that. So I have a lot of fun writing. Writing is one of my favorite things to do. And so, yeah. How do you, okay, ooh, question, okay. More of a writing question, how fun, speaking of writing. How do you write a yandere character, but like make it so they don't notice they're yandere ways or obsessive ways? Cause I'm struggling a bit and need some help. I would say, if you're wanting it to be a plot twist that they're a yandere, or like make it where it's not obvious that they're a yandere to the people surrounding the character, I'd probably say make them seem just like really caring and really like they're almost self-aware. They're like, oh yeah, I saw that you were at blah 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 the other day, and I'm like, how did you know that? And they're just like, oh, it's like who doesn't blah blah blah. You did a really good job in season 1 of making it seem like that. I'm not all caught up on you, but I watched the first 2.5 seasons, so I'm on season 3, and I really liked season 1 and 2, and season 1 specifically, I really like how they made him just seem so like, it really, like, he seemed like the perfect guy. Like, he seemed like such a chill guy, but in actuality, like, he's actually, like, stalking, Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. It's not a spoiler. It's literally, like, the whole premise of the show. Do you come up with episodes with the rest of the cast? No. So I write everything with only one other person. I write primarily, like, okay, well, it has changed over time. It's evolved. Originally I'd write solo, and then I ended up having the one of my best friends, Cyan, aka Cyanide online, who also plays Kenji. I had her join me as a co-writer because she's a very similar writing style to me. We also work really well together. We're able to bounce ideas off of each other really easily. And she helps with some scenes in the episodes as well. Some episodes she writes practically half of it. Some episodes she writes just one scene, maybe 2 scenes. It really depends on the episode. But the premise of the episode is always created by me. All of it is written and then sent off to the voice actors for them to read and then voice act. We don't do anything live or anything, like it's not improv or anything. For like In Between Realms, which was improv, that would be more of I give a very brief synopsis of what needs to happen in the episode, and then the characters are improving off of it and kind of creating the episode with the cast, But for Internet Crush scripts and Charmed Academics, aka now becoming Valkyrie University, it is just me and Cyan. So yeah. How do you format your scripts? I've been trying to figure out how to format mine. So I actually have a class on this that I did over on the MCTV network that is in the past live classes tab. And it's like an unlisted video on my channel, just like a VOD of when I did a live class over there. But I use a tweaked version of what I learned in my writing for entertainment class I did in high school. Senior year, I took like a college course on how to write scripts, basically, how to write screenplays. And so I took a little bit from that, but kind of adapted it to better fit Minecraft roleplays, because in actuality, like, the professionalism of a, like, industry standard script is beautiful and I love it, but there's certain things that I don't need in my scripts that they do, or there's certain things that I need in my scripts that they don't, so I did tweak things slightly, but I kept the same kind of basic format, which is basically like the scene number, the scene where the scene takes place, everything in brackets at the top, and then the description of what's happening. And then for lines, it's in the center, it's the name of the character in bold, then underneath, or all in caps. Underneath that is a tone indicator, so in parentheses, the type of way the line is said. Underneath that is the actual line, and then so on and so forth. So if you want to see a visual representation of what that looks like, I highly recommend going and checking out that live cast recording. Live cast recording? Live class recording. There we go. What's your favorite book/book series? So I actually got some really cool news about this earlier today, because my favorite book series is Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. Highly recommend it to anyone who likes reading. Even if you don't like reading, listen to the graphic audio. It's phenomenal. Like, completely a movie in your mind. They are, the phrase is right. The slogan is correct. It is a movie in your mind. It is just really well done. The voice actors are so talented. But Mistborn has like different eras of it. Call it Taylor Swift if you must. The first era is like medieval vibes, right? Second era is kind of like 1910s, 1920s vibes. Kind of right when cars were being invented, right? That kind of vibe. Then this new era has yet to be released. And there's like multiple books to each era. So like the original, like era 1 Mistborn is 3 books. That's the one that's like medieval. And it's all in the same world, by the way. Era 2 is called the Wax and Wane series, and it's 4 books. And then era 3 is going to be coming out eventually, hopefully. The author, Brandon Sanderson, actually just read excerpts from the book at Worldcon, I believe, and he posted it to his channel, and I just listened to it, and it's just so cool. I think it's modern day / like maybe a little bit in the future from now. I don't know. It is like an alternate universe. It's not on Earth, right? It's on like the Earth that he created, the world that he created. So it is just like there's like different cultural things and like different tech things than there would be on Earth, but like it seems pretty modern day, which is really cool because I love urban fantasy. So my favorite book series is Mistborn. I have a strong suspicion that era 3 is going to become my favorite section of Mistborn, right? So yeah, that's my answer. Another series I really love is All Our Hidden Gifts. I'm only on the second book, so I haven't read all 3. I believe there's 3 books in the series. But it's a really good queer YA book. Highly recommend. It's also an urban fantasy. Love urban fantasy, if you can't tell. Another one I really love is I'm looking at my shelf right now. I really loved Cruel Prince. I'm on the second book in that series as well. I feel like those are my faves. I have other books on my shelf that like I like, but I think those are the only ones I want to like be like, read this. Well, okay, I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy, for those who like nonfiction. I feel like everyone kind of knows about this book at this point, if you've at least heard of it. I feel like it's really good, and it made me cry. It's very, very good, but fair warning, it does tackle a lot of very real but very dark topics, so just a fair warning for that. But that's what my favorites. The current book I'm reading is Warbreaker by Brandon Sanderson, and I'm very much enjoying that as well. I'm about 3/4 of the way through. So yeah. Hello? Oh, come here, baby. Oh, Miss Rory has joined us. If you don't know who Rory is one of my cats. I have 2 cats, Rory and Raven. Yes, baby girl. She wants dinner. It's her dinner time. Yeah, you want some dinner? I'll feed you in just a minute, okay? Yeah. Your dad might be able to feed you. Yeah. Go tell your dad. Go tell your dad. If he doesn't listen, I'll go feed you, okay? Am I allowed to come out? Like, of the closet? Yes. If you feel safe? Yes. Yaoi or Yuri, what's better? Ooh, well, I am gonna be a little biased here. I definitely am more of a Yuri enjoyer, but I do enjoy yaoi as well. How did you come up with Kenji's design and lore? Pretty much the same way I come up with most character designs, where I look for some reference photos, some inspiration photos, I put together some stuff, I kind of try to get into this mental space of the character and like why the character would be the way they are. And with Kenji specifically, it did evolve over time a lot because she originally was written as a guy, back before I had come out as bisexual. I had her written as a guy back in 2018, and when I originally wrote the story, which it was a lot different then. It was not nearly as polished, and I don't think it was nearly as good as it ended up being, but the original Internet Crush technically was written in 2018-19, and originally Kenji was named Wes, and it was not nearly as anime inspired. That actually came from the fact that I also had a series at the time called Eiko High, and that was very anime inspired, and so I ended up kind of merging the two series together and then making it sapphic, because that was something that I had never done. I had never made a sapphic roleplay before, and that was a part of myself that I really wanted to explore through writing characters like that, and I'm really glad I did, because now writing sapphic stories has kind of become one of my favorite things to do. Have I ever heard of Cat's Eye? Yes. Oh my god, I am an icon. Thank you very much. I love Cat's Eye. Cat's Eye is... I have never been super into girl groups and like the whole K-pop world. Technically, they're not actually K-pop technically, but they're, you know, they read the line. They're represented by a K-pop agency, and so it's kind of like, you know. Yes, Gnarly. I love Gnarly. I love Gabriella. Oh, Game Boy. You're just a Game Boy. I love Cat's Eye. Yeah, sorry. I had to just stop myself from thinking of how beautiful they all are. Anyways, besides the point, let me scroll through and make sure I didn't miss any questions. If your question's been missed, by the way, it's just because I didn't see it in time and it scrolled away too fast in chat. So feel free to like re-ask questions if need be. What's your favorite LGBT movie / show? Ooh. There's not enough of them. There's not enough of them. God, I'm like drawing a blank now. Dang it. I mean, the I'm in Love with the Villainess adaptation of the book was pretty good. I'd say the book's better though. So I wouldn't say that it's my favorite. I'm gonna have to come back to that one. My brain is not braining. What genre of Minecraft roleplay do you think is the easiest to start off? Example, fantasy, modern, that kind of stuff. Me and my friends are interested in making one. I would probably say modern day, just because there's less world building you have to do typically. Obviously with modern day, you can still do like modern fantasy. So like that's obviously a different thing. But if you're doing like a straight up modern day role play, much like Internet Crush, for example, I would recommend something like that to start. I started with medieval role plays, and those are really fun. But I do think modern day roleplay is a little easier to gain traction through, and also easier to write, in my opinion. Not that it's like easy peasy, oh yeah, that's the easiest thing to write. No, it's like, it's still, you know, a moderate difficulty to write anything. But I think that's what I would suggest for a beginner. We'll be getting icy inspired nails. That is something that I would have to work with a company that already does that, and I'm just not at the size yet to be doing something like that, sadly. I really want to, though. Like, if Glamnetic, listen, Glamnetic, I am Glamnetic loyal right now, unless someone else with a press-on nail company wants to pay me. Nah, but genuinely, I do want to try out other brands as well, because they're the only ones that I've used that are high quality. The other ones I've used are like just like store-bought, kind of cheap ones. And Glamnetic definitely has been the best I've tried so far. You know, I would love to do an icy nail set, but that is something that I'd have to work with someone that, like, you know, specializes in that for. What do you do to make sure you don't accidentally mix up character lines? Do you highlight stuff? Not really. I get what you're saying. I used to highlight each character in different color. As I've gotten a more, like, I guess, more experienced VAs, I don't have that problem though anymore. Like, people don't really miss lines or mix up lines anymore. That was more of an experience I had when I was younger and I was using beginner VAs, because I was also a beginner in everything. As I've gotten more experienced VAs and I've been a more experienced VA and everything, people pretty much always know to just Control F on the document and search for their character's name so that they don't miss anything. And yeah, so I do not, but I have had to do that at one point. So, like, there's nothing wrong with doing that if you have to. What's your thought process in writing IC, and what do you do not to get burnout on writing and making role plays? So I really enjoy what I do. So I'm going to preface that with that. It's some of my favorite thing to do. I've done it when I've made no money off of it. I've done it when I've made a amount of money off of it, which is, like, kind of right now is the most I've ever made off of it before. I've always really enjoyed doing it. A schedule really helps me from getting like overworking myself, right? I've been burnt out before, but it was never because of making Minecraft roleplays. It was because I was, like, burnt out of either, like, the pressure, or from interacting with people, or like because I'm an introvert, or from writing. I'd written just a lot and I needed, like, to give my brain a little break. Doing episodes once a month, which is what I'm doing for season 2 of Internet Crush, so far has been going really well. I know we're only in the second month of this, but giving myself the first week to write, because I have, like, a loose production schedule that is becoming a lot more of, like, a definitive production schedule, which is really cool, as my team expands. But I have, like, the whole month laid out. So, like, through the 1st through the 7th is when I'm writing the next episode. So I'm writing episode 3 right now, right? And then on the 7th, I believe, is always when the deadline for lines are. 8th, I edit all the lines together so that when filming, I can use the audio from that to make sure that the head bobbing movement is lined up. And that's actually a recent thing I started doing, and I'm very happy that I started doing that. Then the 8th through the, I think it's typically the 8th through, like, the 15th, so I give myself, like, a full week of just filming. And then the week after that is typically just editing. And all through this, I'm planning stuff with my writer, not my co-writer Zion. I'm planning, you know, sessions with my co-writer Zion. I'm planning sessions with my Blockbuster assistant Dado, and then filming and recording and editing typically by myself. I do have someone that's helping me with editing right now, though, which is really cool. It's Megan. Shout out to Megan. She's actually going to be editing a scene or two in episode 2, if all goes as planned. So look out for that. Pretty exciting. And then I finalize it typically a few days before it has to go out, a few days to a week before it goes out. I also have a thumbnail maker for Internet Crush right now, and so I typically will reach out to them by the 10th of the month, and then I need it typically by the 20th to make sure I have more than enough time before the episode comes out that I can, if for some reason it's the 20th and they haven't been able to send in the thumbnail yet, I can reach out to another thumbnail maker, you know, or make the thumbnail myself. And yeah. How do you make your, oh yeah. How do you make your thumbnail? Oh yeah, that's very topical to what I just answered. Also, hello Kim, welcome. Just woke up from a nap, gonna go practice my trumpet. Very nice, very nice. I do, the ones I do myself that have Minecraft characters in them, I typically do in-game using Blockbuster. I did hire a thumbnail maker for some of the episodes in season 1 of Internet Crush, and then I also hired a thumbnail maker for season 2. It's a different thumbnail maker now. And it'll always be linked down in the description, anyone who helps with an episode, by the way. So if you're ever curious about like who did XYZ, you can always go check out the credits in the description. I will always credit everyone that helps with something because I'm very appreciative of everyone's help, you know? Are you gonna keep doing audios? Oh yeah, no, I still do audios. I post every week. I was sick for 2 weeks, so if that's what you're referring to, I wasn't able to record for 2 weeks, but I'm good now. A video came out today, actually. Go check it out if you like the audios. Would you ever be willing to teach other people one-on-one? Maybe. That's something that I feel like would be pretty cool. It would have to be at a time when I probably have more of a team. Like I'm able to pay more people to help me with my stuff. So I'd have more time to do something like that. If there was enough people that would be down to pay for that kind of stuff, maybe. But that could go back into, you know, funding projects on here. But as of right now, there's no plan to do anything like that. But that is a cool idea, possibly. Who knows? Maybe. Depends on the price. Oh yeah. Happy birthday. Hold on. What's your friend's name? Did you say their name? Well, happy birthday to British Kid's friend. Oh, her name's Izzy. Oh shit. I thought you were just saying my name. Happy birthday, Izzy, from Izzy. You can steal no one. You can steal no one. No one can be stolen. I know this has become a little bit of a meme at this point, but I'm curious, has there been any development in the fanfiction reading video? So yes, I am going to be doing that video. I am waiting because it's very funny. So I'm kind of ahead on my content by quite a bit, and so I am working on that currently. But it's not gonna come out for probably another month because of how, or minimum a month, because of how far out I have content planned already. So yeah. And also for October specifically, I have so many spooky like video stuff that I'm planning right now that will probably be a little bit, you know, a little bit higher priority because, you know, October is spooky month. So I am working on it, but it is very funny because it is, you know, I'm not used to being this far ahead of schedule. It's been very nice. Izumi, what's it like to have a crush on a girl? I've never had a crush and I'm super curious. It's like any crush. For me, it's very much, having a crush on a girl and having a crush on a guy are not different at all for me. Same with having a crush on a non-binary person. It just happens suddenly for me. Like, I'm like becoming friends with a person, and then suddenly I'm like, oh damn. Oh. Oh, my heart is beating a little quicker, and suddenly I'm imagining them all the time. This is crazy, you know? How am I so cool and swag? I could ask you the same question, Kim. You're pretty cool and swag. We just wanted to ask, how do you manage like studies and stuff with your creative work together, since I end up working on my stuff for hours and neglecting the boring stuff? So I am not in school. I graduated high school and I have no intention to go to university or college or anything as of right now. My goal is to do this full time, so I treat it like a job. I make money off of my content creation, off of freelancing, and also content creation. The goal is to have it be just content creation one day with maybe a little bit of freelancing in there, rather than it being, right now it's I'd say like a 75-25 kind of split, 25% freelancing, 75% content creation. A lot of that income comes from, is a recent thing because of the movie doing so well and my channel growing so fast. And then also from the audio channel. The audio channel definitely makes me the most income on a more regular basis, specifically like the Patreon and stuff. But yeah, all the support is so appreciated. Anyone who's a member, anyone who just watches. Hey, if you just watch my content, that alone is helping me so much, and I'm very grateful for that. So yeah, I just treat everything like a 9-to-5. The boring parts for me is like, if I'm not in the mood to do freelancing, I guess would be the boring parts for me. And for that, I pretty much just kind of make myself do it first thing to get it out of the way, and then am able to focus on the rest of the stuff. So I know this is really stupid advice, because it's like, I'm very privileged and very lucky to be able to focus on it so much, but when I did school, when I was in high school still, I would just have I would be like, okay, I have to do school for this amount of time, and then I can do whatever I want. Typically that whatever I want is my creative stuff, you know? I would make a schedule. Schedules really help me not procrastinate things, because I'm a big procrastinator, and I also have pretty intense ADHD, and so that kind of combo doesn't really work super well without having some sort of plan, you know? And forcing myself to go with that plan at all costs. Bribing myself, be like, well, you can get a chai latte if you do this. I've learned tools to help me with this. I just watched Icy, and I want to know what was your favorite scene to make in season 1. I've answered this a few times. Not that I mind answering it. It's a fun question. Also, thank you so much for watching Icy, and I hope you enjoyed it. OtakuCon was my favorite, like, arc to work on. Like, truly, it was such a fun time to build for, record for, write for, edit for. I loved it. But yeah, OtakuCon, any episode revolving around OtakuCon. Yeah. Is there a part of the writing process that you don't like doing? I hate revising everything. I'm not patient enough to read my own writing and correct it. I like reading my own writing and correcting it. Funnily enough, so I'm not really a great person to give this advice. I know, boo, you know, throw tomatoes at the screen. But you know, I actually do like reading and correcting it. It actually kind of gets me into the headspace of where I left off, and makes it where I can continue writing easier. The only time I don't like reading my own writing is if I don't think it's good. And if that's the case, I need to revise it even more, right? And then that just makes it where I'm now enjoying it because I'm revising it and it's making it better as I'm going on. The only part I'd say that I dislike about writing is having to focus. I a lot of the time will, put, the Focus Friend app on my phone that has the little bean. It's Hank Green's app. Not Hank Green. Hank Green. Don't mix them up. Hank Green's app, Focus Friend, where like there's like the little bean, and then you can like set a timer, and he's like knitting, and like if you interrupt him, if you go on your phone, it interrupts him, and he like loses like his knitting, and it like messes it up, and it makes you sad. I'll use that mixed with like a Pomodoro. I love a good Pomodoro to help me get into writing. But yeah, no, that feeling of like, oh shit, I need to focus. That's the only part of writing that I dislike. The actual writing is super fun. What was your favorite part in Charmed Academics? Love Charmed Academics. Super excited to work on Valkyrie University more, by the way, after Internet Crush Season 2 is done. But I am working on it while Internet Crush is going out, just in my free time when I'm not, on schedule to work on it on Internet Crush. But I'd probably say my favorite part, it's been so long since I created Charmed Academics. I'd probably say my favorite part was building the sets, but like if I'm talking about a specific part in the series, honestly, the first episode was like my favorite to create. I had a really fun time with that. Yeah, I think I have a lot of neurodivergent viewers. I feel like that's safe to say. We are gay and we are queer and we are neurodivergent. And that's, I think, yeah, that's a fair that's a fair guess, I feel. I love the narration, Charmed Academics. Ah, thank you. Yeah, for those wondering about Charmed Academics getting a continuation, Valkyrie University is going to be that continuation. And there are updates on that over on my Discord server. How do you manage your ADHD and procrastination? I'm hoping to use your answer to help me as well, since I have ADHD and I'm a terrible procrastinator. Well, speaking as someone who quite literally procrastinated filming something pretty much all day today, by doing other work. I feel ya. I feel ya a lot. I would probably say the biggest advice is having a schedule and really sticking to it and getting into the routine of it. And I knew that that's kind of a half-ass answer because it's like, well, I hate schedule and I hate routine and blah, blah, blah. But it really does help. Whatever type of calendar best works for you, whether that's like a Google Calendar, any sort of like electronic calendar, like on your computer or your phone, or a physical calendar, figure out what works best for you. I have a giant dry erase board that I made into a calendar, and then I have like one that's actually meant to be a calendar that's like more like vague stuff just to look at the whole month as a whole. I also have a Google Calendar that I do like time blocks with. Also, a nice thing is remember that the focusing on it part is the most hard part. And I really love the just do it for X amount of time. So like doing a Pomodoro, say you're procrastinating writing, be like, okay, just write for 10 minutes. And then suddenly that 10 minutes is over, and either you're further now than you were before, or you're now in the groove and you want to keep going. So like just give it a little bit. Like let yourself do a little bit. And it really, removing immediate distractions is also very smart. That's why I use Focus Friend on my phone. This isn't an ad for Focus Friend by any means. You can use whatever way gets you off your phone. Throw it across the room, whatever you got to do. But get off your phone, like put it away so that you can't be on it, or get an app that makes it where you're not allowed to use any apps on it. Close all the tabs that could be a distraction if like a notification popped up. And then do like a Pomodoro. That's like my biggest things that help me personally. I hope you do the narration, the continuation. I do. Yeah, no, Junie will still be narrating, like it's a book in Valkyrie University. Is there anything about Internet Crush Season 1 that you wish you could change now, maybe when it comes to a certain set or a certain story arc? The only thing that I would want to change is I wish I would have taken my time a little bit more with certain episodes to make them a little bit more quality. I really took my time with the Otaku Con arc, and I think that's one of the reasons why it turned out so well, in my opinion. I also wish I would have used like HD skins. I really like the HD skins I'm using in Season 2. Love the 8-bit HD that I did in Season 1 though. I think it's still really cute, but I do really like the vibe that Season 2 has so far because of the HD skins. Besides that, there's not much I would change, actually. The sets I think could have been better, but that's just because I, through building Season 1 sets, I got better at building, so now like any time passes, I'm gonna be able to build better, So why is it set in Japan? Because I wanted it to be. I love anime. I've been to Japan. I'm a massive weeb, honestly. And so I really wanted to make it feel like it was an anime. And so I wanted to make it set in Japan. Izumi is a name that I picked when I was 11. And it just kind of stuck. And so the influence of Japanese culture and the appreciation of it on the channel, I think, was always going to kind of exist as long as I had that name, and I always want to make it very clear that it is out of a very pure and just a love for everything and anything Japan that I have. But yeah, that's why. What's with the pink obsession? I just like it. I like pink. It's one of my favorite colors. I don't know if it's just me, but listening to music actually helps me a bit when I'm writing. Yes, I love like lo-fi, like music without words is really good for me, because then I'm not being distracted by like what they're saying, and I don't end up like getting distracted specifically while writing. But I love noise. I can't just like be quiet doing something. I need like a little something in the background. And typically that's, okay, there's this one channel. I'm going to shout them out because they genuinely get me through so many work days. Is their name Pomodoro Cat? Hold on. If you don't know what a Pomodoro is, basically, it's like you work for X amount of time and then you break for X amount of time and you go like back and forth. And it makes it where it breaks up the work and makes it less daunting. Their name is just Pomodoro Cat. Perfect. I love Pomodoro Cat. They have a bunch of themed Pomodoros where they have little pixel art cats. It's all made by humans. No AI. Love that. Love, 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 love. They are non-looping animations too. So like every frame is made by a human. Love, love, love. And everything is unique. So as you're watching through the whole video, time actually is passing. Like they knock over a drink, they knock over a pencil cup, they sit on your laptop and nap. There's like little pixel art cats just kind of walking all over. I truly, truly, truly love Pomodoro Cat, and they've gotten me through so many work days. So I'm going to link them in chat. Love them. If that's something you're interested in, go check them out. Add a video of theirs to your watch later. If you like them, subscribe. I don't know who owns the channel, by the way. I have no affiliation or connection to them. I just really like their videos. Hold on. Will there be more scenes of Junie's roommates? I was trying to scroll through. Scenes of Junie's roommates. And did Junie's roommates know each other before Junie became their roommate? Yes, so they've known each other. They were friends before Junie became their roommate. Sage and Hazel, aka Junie's roommates, they are main characters in the Valkyrie University series as well. It follows Junie, Sage, Hazel, Xavier, Griffin, and a couple new characters as well. So yeah. Depends on the part of Japan you go to. So Isran in chat said, I want to go to Japan, but I feel like it overwhelmed me. It depends on the part of Japan. So I was in Tokyo, and just the different areas of Tokyo changed so much. I can't imagine how much the entirety of, obviously it's an entire country, you know, like, so it has so many different places, you know. Thanks, Kim. I'll fight you. Yeah, I really liked the Ueno area. It was super quiet and nice. Traveling to a foreign country obviously is always going to be a little overwhelming. I recommend learning basic Japanese, doing a lot of research. I watched vlogs of people navigating the airport, which was like made it even easier. And yeah. 2 questions. One, if you had to see the world in grayscale besides one color, which color would you choose? And 2, I prefer voiceovers and passive talking in streams like this for studying and such. Ah, very nice, very nice. The second one's less of a question, but very nice, very nice. If I had to see the world in grayscale, probably green. Green is genuinely probably my actual favorite color. Which is very funny. But I do have a lot of green on my screen actually right now. I have like plants and like the ivy on the ceiling and like the actual chat. You know, green is one of my favorite colors. So probably green. Also, like you could see like grass and trees and stuff like that. So yeah, probably green. Yeah, there's so many. Listen, there are so many playlists on like Spotify of internet crush vibe playlists, and I'm so happy about that. By the way, I have listened to multiple of them. It makes me so happy to think that people like my series enough to make a playlist inspired by it. I love it. I love it so much. Sorry for being quiet for a second. Hold on, I'm scrolling, making sure I didn't miss anything. I feel like I missed something at some point. Yes, I did. Who is your favorite YouTuber? Like non-MCRP or anything. Just someone to watch to get a good laugh and some entertainment. I love Grizzy. Grizzy has been one of my favorite gaming YouTubers for a while. Love Grizzy. Grizzy, you're never gonna watch this, but Grizzy, if you ever see this, I'm doing a hand heart right now. You just can't see. You genuinely have made me laugh so hard so many times, and I've fallen. This sounds so weird. I've fallen asleep to you many a nights. Thank you for that. I watch your Let's Plays in bed a lot. I think I just embarrassed myself. Oh, another that I really like is I love Markiplier and Jacksepticeye. I grew up with them. They're kind of staples in my subscription feed. Who is another? Obviously all my friends. Love all my friends. Cyan. I have more friends than that, I promise. Go check out all my friends. I'm scrolling through. Oh, I've been really loving Legends of Evantris recently. They are really funny. They're a D&D live play channel. Haley Whipjack, super funny. Jody, love Jody. As I said, Pomodoro Cat, solid. Sophia Nygaard always has some good stuff. Swell Entertainment has been really a big part of my subscription feed recently. They review conventions a lot, and then also just rant about things sometimes for fun. Smosh has been like a really big part, like Smosh Pit specifically and Smosh Games. Really love them. Yeah, a lot of my friends just don't make a lot of content. Cause like if I'm just laming all my friends like Sen, Sen? Who the hell is Sen? S-E-N? I don't know someone named Sen. Cyan, Ken, just combined them. Their ship name, aw. Cyan, Ken, Gabe, Kim. Cality makes content. Go check out Cality. Mumuchu. But y'all said non-MCRP, so. I represent the Irish, yes. Not to flex or anything, but I am a little bit Irish. Smosh-alike. That's another good Smosh channel. I'm subscribed to all the Smosh channels, I think, at this point. Like, all the main ones. Like, Smosh-alike, Smosh, Smosh Pit, Smosh Games, Smosh Mouth. Not Smosh Mouth. It's not called Smosh Mouth. It's called... What is Smosh... No, it's called Smosh Mouth. Is it called Smosh Mouth? What's the podcast channel called? Smosh Mouth's the name of the podcast. But I don't think that's... Smoshcast. That makes sense. Yeah, I really like Smosh recently. I've been on a real Smosh kick. I specifically really like them playing like board games. I think that's really fun. I really like a good board game. What was your favorite class as a student? I really liked... Honestly, it's kind of funny. I hate math, but I low-key kind of liked algebra. I know. Algebra 1. Algebra 2 can jump off a bridge and die. I liked algebra, though. Algebra 1. I liked... Ooh, you know what I liked actually more than algebra 1? I really liked... What's the one that comes before algebra? Trigonometry? No. What's the one that comes right before? I liked that one the best. And I don't like math. But I liked that one. And then... But I'm not a math person. So I'd say definitely over that was like writing. I liked English. I was a big English person. You're in algebra 2? 07 soldier. Geometry! Thank you. Oh my god. I liked geometry a lot. But I don't like math. But I liked geometry. But yeah, I'd probably say English was actually my favorite. That or history. Favorite class was art. I never took an actual art class. I took an art and animation class later on. I got too competitive with my art class as a kid. Like, last time I did a proper art class was when I was in 3rd grade. And I got overwhelmed by it. I failed algebra 2. I would have if I didn't cheat. I don't condone cheating. But I did cheat my senior year, which is when I did algebra 2. Which I know is weird because typically people do algebra 2 in their junior year. I did it in my senior year. Along with business math. Okay, I did my junior and senior year the same year. So technically I did it my junior and my senior year. Because I skipped a grade, and so I put them together so that I could graduate sooner. No, I'm talking about high school classes. US high school, technically. I guess college in, like, the UK is basically the end of high school in the US. And then university is like college in the States. What I would have studied if I went to uni, I was either going to go into English. I was going to do an English degree, which is kind of like, oh, who would have thunk? Or I actually was thinking of going to film school for a while and gonna major in directing, and then I was gonna minor in creative writing for entertainment. Hence why I took a creative writing for entertainment course my senior year. So yeah. But then I like doing this YouTube thing a lot. I'm gonna try to make it work. And so far, so good. I thought about going to business school, but that was less of a passion thing and more of like I just really like the idea of running a business. But I would much rather run like a content-based business like this. My Algebra 2 was also during COVID. It was fully online, which is why I cheated so much. Yeesh, am I right? Never cheated on a test ever. Congratulations on that. That is a flex. That's keep it up. I only cheated my senior year. Senior year was rough. It was during COVID. Everything was online, and I felt like I just wanted to get out as quickly as possible, and I did, and I graduated with a really good GPA. And I didn't even cheat that much. I only cheated a little bit. Don't cheat, kids. What do you like about voice acting aside from it being hella fun? Ooh. I mean, I love bringing characters to life. That's definitely one of my favorite things about it. I recently learned that I really like screaming in lines. I really like being a horror VA. So I'm definitely auditioning for more horror stuff recently. I really like horror stuff. And the nice thing is because I was a scaredy cat around horror for a really long time. But when it comes to being in something that's horror, you know it's fake. And so it's really easy to just enjoy it for what it is and not get super scared by it. Like I got to scream Bloody Mary the other day. And it was great. And some things I voice act in too, I'm not the thing getting scared. I'm the thing scaring people. So that's fun. Like I'm in a FNAF fan game as the puppet. How young were you when you got into voice acting? So like, it's kind of blurred lines because I voice acted for my friends before I got into proper voice acting, you know? But like, you know, I've been doing voice acting for my own stuff since I was like 11, right? But then I started voice acting for my friends around like 13, 14. And then I got into like auditioning for stuff and like getting into projects that I didn't like just like know the person that was doing it around, I'd say around 17. And then I started doing paid work around 18, 19. Not like great pay, but paid all the same. Encourage me to cheat, I beg you to. No! Don't use AI at all, by the way, guys. Don't use AI to write your papers. What are you learning if you use AI? Don't do it. Period, point blank. That is a type of cheating that I will never condone. Looking up answers occasionally is like, you know, I still don't condone it, but like, it's better than having something completely do something for you, you know? You scream a lot. No, I didn't see that. I do, and my mic peaks a lot. This is not the setting for me to record screaming lines. When I record screaming lines, I'm typically in my booth. my brother uses AI to write songs, then he's not writing songs. The AI is writing songs. And he's just being like, oh, regardless. What's tips for voice acting? Because I've been taking on the role of being a DM for D&D, but I want to learn some voice acting for it so my NPCs come to life more. I definitely would say just like don't be afraid to like be a little funky, you know? Be like allow yourself to be a little embarrassing when doing voices because that allows you to experiment with voices. It's something that I still get nervous about is like accents. I definitely need to practice my accents more. Maybe get a dialect coach. I don't know. I think the best thing you can do is just really feel like the character in the sense of like, even if the voice isn't perfect, let the acting like carry. Practice like doing different emotions, practice different stuff like that, and it'll really help the characters feel real. Like, I could be doing a really shitty British accent, but if the character, like as a DM, but if the character at least feels like it's a genuine character, like a genuine person, they're not going to be paying as close of attention to the fact that the accent's bad. If that makes sense. So yeah, just like practicing different emotions and stuff like that, I think will help a lot. Who's excited for Pink Harry's Zoomy? Yes! I, for one, am. I'm so excited for the hide and seek tomorrow. I know, right? Yeah, for those who don't know, there's a hide and seek video coming out tomorrow with the Internet Crush cast. It's an in-character hide and seek, just like the first one we did. And yeah. Facts. Facts, Kim. Facts. I always sound monotone whenever I speak into a microphone, and I hate it. I wish I sounded like I was actually excited and stuff. You just gotta practice an excited voice. But I will say, there are voice actors like Mira's voice actor, right? From K-pop Demon Hunters, where she has a very monotone voice, but she's able to, you know, still make it have an emotion behind it. They actually did a interview with the main 3 voice actors of K-pop Demon Hunters over on Smosh Leg. Speaking of Smosh, and Chance McCrary, is that his last name? Chance interviewed them, and they actually talked about the fact that like Mira's voice actor talked about the fact that like she has a more monotone voice, and how she kind of had to like get used to doing animation voice acting and stuff like that, and also still let it be monotone but have feeling behind it and stuff like that. So yeah, that might be a good video for you to watch to kind of get tips on that. I'm a theater kid, so I can't say much. I was a theater kid growing up, so I'm not the greatest example. Do you have any advice for managing voice actors? Because I'm kind of new at this. Get a Discord server. Have a line for the scripts to go in. Have a line for the deadlines to be posted. Have a chat for the scripts to go in. Have a chat for the deadlines to go in. Have a chat for the lines to go in. So basically, you'll post. Let's say you're on episode 5. You'll post episode 5's script. You'll post a link to the Google Doc or a PDF or however you want to share the script. You'll send it in that chat, and then in the deadlines chat you can put who is in the episode. You can @ the people in the episode and say when you need the lines by. Typically I give a month, but that's because of how long my scripts are, and I do the same day every month, so it's always, I believe it's the 7th that we always do our deadlines on, if I'm remembering correctly. It's like the 7th or the 8th that I always have my deadlines on. And then they have till then to get in their lines. I give a heads up typically about a week out from the deadline, and then also 24 hours from the deadline to make sure everyone gets their lines in. Typically, it's only the people that I like, you know, there's only typically like 1 or 2 people that haven't turned in their lines before the 24-hour mark for me. But I've also had experiences where every voice actor is late. Like it depends on the cast you have. And I'm very specific with the people I hire nowadays and make sure that they are, you know, I'm less lenient about that kind of stuff nowadays. I'm still very like, I'm understanding if like it's a genuine, like they genuinely could not record before, but because I give a whole month, I'm typically like, hey, like, are you too busy to do this? Like, should we figure something else out, you know, type of thing, after they've, you know, been late a few times. But that's what I typically do. And then I have like a general chat where we just chat in general. Make it where the voice actors aren't able to talk in the chats that you're posting like scripts and like deadlines and stuff in, so that way that stays all like organized and people can really easily see if they're in an episode. And then they'll send their lines in the lines chat. Just make sure to like explain like, hey, this is where you send your lines, this is where the script is, in like the deadlines post. And then besides that, that's my main tips. If you're doing anything improv, schedule everything out, like have a poll where they get to vote on the day and time so as many people can show up as possible, and then have everything ready right away. If anyone is running a little bit behind, make sure you allocate a little bit of buffer time for that. Yeah, besides that, if there's anything specific you have questions on when it comes to managing voice actors, let me know. That's basically like a little like crash course on everything though. Also, hello Corey, welcome. Do you have any tutorial recommendations on how to set up a Discord server? It honestly kind of holds your hand through the process. Like it asks you like, okay, what's your server for? What do you want it named? There's probably a lot of tutorials online. I just figured it all out over time. Clicking buttons, finding out what they did. But if you need to search something, Google's your friend, YouTube's your friend. And yeah. Are you and Kenji's VA actually dating? No, we're not. We do in-character hide and seeks, so I understand the confusion. If I ever am calling her Kenji, then that means that we are in character, and that's why we're acting like we're dating. I am not dating Cyan. Cyan is the actress behind Kenji, and she's one of my best friends, though. So we're very close. We're just not dating. They're ace. They have no interest. They have no interest. And they're my buddy. Is Lizzie still following you around, Corey? Yes, I believe there is a tutorial in the MCTV Network Discord. I believe that also talks about creating and like managing a Discord server for your cast and crew. Gotcha. And past classes tab. So you can look right there. When is the next episode coming out? I'm so excited. So they'll be coming out the last Saturday of every month. So there's videos coming out every Saturday. And the last Saturday of every month will be the episodes of Internet Crush, though. So yeah, at 3:30 p.m. EST. I'm becoming the straight guy here. Well, I'm definitely not. Possibly. You are definitely a minority, I think, in this chat for being a straight man. How do you plan out chapters for any stories? Kind of the same way I plan for episodes or any sort of overarching story. I just write down the ideas I have, and then I kind of make them as organized into an outline as possible. Normally it's just kind of word vomit at first, and then I make it a little bit more polished. And then I just kind of get started. And if I have a specific idea for a part of the conversation, I might start there and then go back and kind of work on the first part again. Following the passion can sometimes be really helpful for making the script as good as it's able to be. Like, for example, there's a specific scene in episode 1 of Valkyrie University that I wrote before I had even written the end of the first scene, and it's like the end of the episode, because I was really like excited to write that scene. I don't write episodes out of order ever though, because that messes with my brain too much, but I do write scenes out of order, and then when I go back and I reread the entire scene, I make sure everything flows properly. Hell yeah. We love an ally. 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 How does it feel to be an ally? Yeah, they're funny. Okay, just rolling through. What do you recommend if you think you have a co-writer that isn't very reliable? For example, they ghost you when you suggest something 24/7. I have this issue. You don't have them as a co-writer anymore. You'd be like, hey, I don't think you're able to show up. Like, just be really nice about it. Be very, very nice about it. Make sure, you know, you're being very clear that this is nothing against them as a person. It's just like, hey, I don't think we work super well together as co-writers. Like, I wish you the best of luck. Or just, like, stop writing with them. If they're ghosting you, ghost them back. Like, genuinely, at that point, it's kind of just like... And then if they ask, just explain and be like, oh, I thought you were too busy because you don't reply a lot of the time. Like, I just didn't want to bother you with it, you know? Because genuinely, that's probably part of it, is, like, you feel like you're bothering them because they're ghosting you. So, I would just, you know, be self-sufficient, try to write on your own for a little bit until you can find a co-writer that better fits you. For me, I wrote solo for a very long time, and then it kind of just happened to work out that Cyan and I worked really well together as writers, but I still write a lot myself. She, again, it ranges. Sometimes half the episode will be written by her, sometimes only a scene will be written by her, so it depends on the episode and how much time we're able to allocate to writing together that week. And yeah, I'm writing a lot more often by myself, though, than I am with someone. Even though I didn't know, the more I learned about LGBTQ, the more I felt in sync with that instead of the term straight. It's all just labels at the end of the day, so whatever makes you feel the best, you know? Like, for me, for example, I say I'm bi a lot, but, like, technically I'm, like, bi/queer/pan because it's not just two genders, but also I've seen people that identify as bi, that they say it's two or more genders. But pan is also that, and it's just the attraction to the person rather than anything physical, you know, from my understanding at least. And I kind of identify more with that. And so it's like, you know, I'm just kind of, I'm like, I'm queer, I'm into people. Sexuality and, like, labels should never be something that makes you feel like you're limited. It should be something that empowers you, right? And so, like, if labels don't help you, then you don't have to use them. If they do, then that's awesome. But you don't have to worry about, is this label the exact thing I am? It's like, well, we're human. We don't fit in boxes. We are fluid and we are expansive, you know, beings at the end of the day. And we will never be able to fit into one specific category. Same with gender identity. Like, if you don't like going by any binary, you know, gender, you should be able to just be like, I'm just me. There's also a lot of cultures that they had a third gender or a gender that didn't fall into the binary that existed a long time ago. Like, I know, like, Polynesian culture had one, if I'm not mistaken, for a long time, but then was, like, erased when they became colonized, which is really sad. But so, like, humans have always been expansive and different, and also there's, like, intersex people and, like, stuff like that. And so, yeah, titles should only be there to help, and if they're causing you any turmoil, you can just be you, and that's okay too. If I make a roleplay, would you like to see a human get traumatized as he goes to a school of monsters? We got blood, horror, drama, and terror. Isn't that fun? Sounds delightful. I co-own the server with this co-writer I mentioned. Why do you co-own the server with them? Is it like a fully collaborative project, or is it your project that they're helping with? Or vice versa? Because if it's a fully collaborative project, then you might need to drop out of the project or ask them, like, hey, are you genuinely able to work on this project long term? Collaborative projects are always very tricky. Especially, like, I've had collaborative projects that they've, you know, lasted for an episode. I've had collaborative projects that they've lasted for 20, 30, 40 episodes. I've had collaborative projects that don't even make it to a first episode. So it really depends on who you're doing it with and stuff. And I don't really do collaborative projects as much anymore because of that, because you never know what's going to happen. People's lives get crazy. I saw a Pinterest post about asexuality. This was started my whole asexual journey, just because I thought the Pinterest image was similar to me. Wow, wow. Sorry, I'm late. No worries, Party Box. Welcome in, welcome in. Hope you have a good time. We're just chilling. Thanks, guys. I want to make this roleplay as awesome and crazy as possible. Very fun. Have a good time with it. Have fun. Goof around. Do whatever you want. Before I thought about the show, I met them in a stream and joined their server and later become a mod, then co-owner. Gotcha. So you've been promoted. It's their thing now. It seems, at least. If that's the case, then you should just... I feel like you should probably just step away from the project at that point. If they're ghosting you and it's their project, I feel like you should just step away and be like, I'm not going to be a part of this project anymore. Ooh! You're a builder for Torn. That's fun. Do you like horror movies? I'm getting better with them. I was very opposed to horror movies for a while because I was a little bit of a scaredy cat. I'm a lot better with it now, though. I like thriller more than I like horror, and I don't like body horror. Body horror is something that when I see someone like get hurt or be like tortured in like a movie or something, I feel it somewhat, like it makes that body part hurt. I think there's a word for it, I don't know. It's very mild for me, but it genuinely, it makes me get like the heebie-jeebies. I don't like it. And so I can't watch stuff like that. So it's very dependent on the specific thing. Like I watched Invisible Man. I liked Invisible Man. It's more of a thriller. I like horror Minecraft roleplays because they can't be super graphic. I like horror video games, as long as they're not super demonic vibes. Like I can't do like Resident Evil, but I can do like FNAF and stuff like that. Or like I can do what's the other horror game I like? I like multiplayer horror games because it makes it funny. It makes it goofy. It's your project. So then the server's not for the project then, because it's their server. So just, you can still be friends with them and be a co-owner of their server and not have them be a part of your project. Hold on, I have a notification. Let me check it. There we go. Okay. I have COVID. What do I do? What do you do when you're sick? Ooh, well, I was just sick. I didn't have COVID, thankfully, but I just lost my voice for a little bit. Neffy! Hello! Hope you're doing well. I'm doing well. How are you? I just was sick for like a week and a half. I lost my voice and had like, you know, kind of head cold kind of vibe. Kind of super tired and like basic sick symptoms. I had headaches a lot. Main thing, drink lots and lots of water. This is something that I'm really bad about, but is very, very smart. I'm actually gonna drink some water right now. Everyone hydrate. Everyone hydrate. In honor of Neffy, because Neffy always does that. He always tells me to hydrate, and I appreciate that. Oh, I chugged it. I did it. Drink lots of water. Soups are your friend. If you have a runny nose, just blow your goddamn nose. Don't sniff it. Don't do that shit. Have a box of tissues or a roll of toilet paper or whatever you got next to you and a little baggie to put the gross napkins in, okay? Because the sooner you get everything out, the gunk out, the better you will feel quicker. So don't let it just become, don't sniff it back up. Let it get out. Let it get out. Let it get out. So yeah, water, soups, just like good food in general. Nice warm food. Warm food is your friend, I feel. Unless you're nauseous, and that's obviously, that's a different story. If you have any like electrolyte drinks, like a liquid IV type vibe, that would probably be good for you too. And yeah, blow your nose if your nose is runny. Don't sniff it back up. That's a big thing I've learned. On hot showers, just not too hot. Don't pass out, and drink lots of water before and after said shower. These are cough drink. It kind of did. I had a cough that like literally would wake me up. It was really annoying. I had to like sit up while I was sleeping a lot of the times, or else I'd start coughing. I got really bad sleep for a few days in a row because of when I was sick. It was not very fun. Yeah, Gatorade. That's another good way to get some electrolytes in. Chicken noodle Campbell soup. Hell yeah. Ooh, fun question from Neffy. What music genre do the characters in IC like? Ooh, Kenji, I feel likes J-pop and K-pop a lot. Like, she likes pop. She's definitely into pop. But then she also likes a lot of like indie folk rock. I feel like she would like a lot, and like punk rock. I feel like she would also like. And then Izumi, she likes metal, she likes rock, she likes pop, and I think she'd also like jazz. She'd have a soft for some jazz. Mako likes metal and rock, and I feel like she'd also like rap music. I don't know why, but I feel like she would. And then I feel like she'd be a Dochi fan. And then Denki likes pop. He'd like girly white girl music, I feel like. And then he'd also like I feel like a little bit of punk rock, just a little bit though. And then maybe some like R&B in there too. Cality! Jazz was mentioned. Cality was summoned. That's fitting. That is fitting. And then Zenshin likes girly pop rock, I feel like, too. And maybe a little bit of punk rock. And like K-pop. I feel like Zenshin's an icon. Zenshin is a Cat's Eye fan. I relate to Mako. Ooh, Hatsune Miku mentioned. How many seasons are planned for Internet Crush, or have you not fully thought about that yet? It's going to be 3 seasons as of right now. Originally it was going to be 2, but then everything we wanted to fit into season 2 just wouldn't fit into 1 season, and so we decided to just do a 3rd season. So now it's going to be 3 seasons. And yeah. Zenny's a girl boss. Yes. Loves Zenshin even more because he likes Cat's Eye. Gnarly. You could describe everything with one simple word, right? Like Zenshin. Gnarly. I think so. You're just a gay boy. I'm trying to play boy. Thinking about you. Do you like beans or beans? I love beans. Love beans. Beans and beans. While we're at it. Like, I feel like Zenshin would learn the dance to, like, What Is Love by Twice. In his room at 3 a.m. What is love? I wanna know, what is love? Yeah, Verge, you got gifted a membership. I think it was last stream. We got a couple members gifted. Was it Neffy? Was Neffy the one that gifted them? My brain is running on empty today. I do not remember. Yo, we got to hold a guinea pig for the first time. Pog. I'm allergic to guinea pigs. The one and only time I've held a guinea pig, I ended up breaking out in hives. But I don't know if I was allergic to the guinea pig or the hay. I don't know. I've told this story before. I don't know. I told the full story on one of the past live streams that I did with some VAs. I hope you holding a guinea pig went well, though. I hope you didn't break out in hives. Any crazy headcanons you have for Icy that you would die to write? Well, it's hard because some of them are kind of spoilers because I makes part of it happen, you know? Mako and Denki, I think, are gym rats together. I think they are workout buddies. And I like the headcanon that Mako is like has a sleeper build. Like, she's actually yoked. I love that headcanon. And so that is slowly becoming canon. That's slowly becoming reality. But I really would love to write a scene eventually, if it'll fit in somewhere, of them going to the gym together and just like pumping iron and like Mako like bench pressing like Tenki's body weight. Do you consider doing another Minecraft series after Internet Crush? I'm a big fan of like high school roleplays, romantic roleplays. So after Internet Crush is going to be Valkyrie University, which is the continuation of Torrent Academics, and it's a university roleplay. It's an urban fantasy, so it's like magic in the modern day, and it is a enemies to lovers romance B-plot as well. It's not really dark romance, but like kind of, you know, it's the boundary. I think there was someone else that was gifting yesterday. I think they gifted 5 times. Oh yeah, you so right. I love Twice. Same. Twice is one of my favorite K-pop groups. So when when I learned they did the music for K-pop Demon Hunters, I was like, that checks out, because they're amazing. What skin editor do you use for your characters? Fell in love with everyone in season 2 and I really want to try those designs. So the HD assets were created by, or not all of them, but they were created by a plethora of people. All the names of the people that made all of the HD assets are in the description. For what I used to make the base for the skins, so like hair, eyes, like all that jazz, like the 64-bit skins. I need cooler shoes. And then I take it into Krita and then size it up to 2048. And then I add in all my HD assets from people I've either commissioned to make them specifically or that I've just bought from over the years. Or not over the years, over the last few months, honestly. Yeah, I have a whole folder of all the assets I've bought over time. Highly recommend checking out. There's a skin assets tab in the MCTV network Discord that I found a lot of the creators that I bought from for season 2's skins. There are tutorials on how to make HD skins, by the way. There are some in the server. There's some just on YouTube in general. Sleeper build Mako confirmed. Yes. Strong queen. Yeah, she's gotta stay swole for that Yasha cosplay. She does. There's actually another cosplay she's gonna do in season 2 that I'm excited for you guys to see. I'm really excited for it. Mako's just secretly jacked to the max. Yup. She wears like that cute little cardigan. She takes it off and flexes, and she's just like yoked. And she's like 5 feet tall. Love university role plays. Thanks for sharing. Of course. Yeah, there'll be a trailer coming out sooner than anticipated, I feel. I'm also going to be starting to do behind the scenes streams of Valkyrie University sometime soon. So look forward to that. That'll probably be like, I'll do like Thursdays are always like Minecraft, the Minecraft behind the scenes for Internet Crush, and then maybe I'll do like Tuesdays for Valkyrie University, and then maybe another day of the week for like playing a random game. I don't know. This month is really busy for me, so it's kind of hard for me to be in normal, like, oh, how much time would I normally have in a week, you know? Because I really want to stream more. I really want to stream more. I also want to get YouTube model really bad. Which actually, I think I mentioned this months ago. someone I know is actually, they started making a VTuber model inspired by my character, and so I might contact them and work with them on that, because I think that would be really fun. But shh, you didn't hear that from me. Out of all of the series you've created, which one is your favorite? I know it's like picking a favorite child. Ooh, that's a good question. I probably would say... I'd probably say Internet Crush is my favorite because it's the newest and I feel like I did the best with it. Like from a storytelling standpoint. I feel like my newest series will always be my favorite, I fear. Because it is what I've learned through the most, right? Like I've been able to use all my skills the most on it. But I love all my children. I love all my babies. The soup is fire. Hell yeah, Parade. I'm glad to hear it. How long is Charmed Academics? I want to watch it too. There's a playlist filled with every episode of Charmed Academics. There's also a Charmed Academics movie if you want to just binge the whole thing. And I think it's like only an hour and a half long. It's not very long. We listen and we don't judge. I'm planning on voicing not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 characters in my roleplay. Hey, more power to you. If you want to, go for it. I've technically voiced a lot of background characters in IC, so y'all just never know. Like I'm the fortune teller. I was like the random little kid in the boba shop. I also, I was the pizza guy on the phone. Oh, welcome to Randy's Pizza. I'm gonna take your order. Just like mumbled the entire thing. If Mako is good at bench pressing and is very strong, I won't be surprised if she breaks down an entire wall somehow. Instead of like Gareth breaking down doors, it's Mako breaking down walls. Mako's a muscle munchkin. Yes. Headcanon, because I can't stop thinking of them. Izumi fell asleep when Kenji was editing something on her computer, so Izumi was just sleeping on her lap and Kenji refused to move until she woke up. That is so cute, and that definitely would happen. 100%. She's like, Izumi, are you awake? And then she's like, and then she just stay there forever. My younger brother came home from school and is banging a ping pong ball all over the walls. Do you have an annoying sibling? I have a sibling, and then I also have a in-law. I have a sister. I love her. She's awesome. Is she annoying sometimes? Yeah, but no, I love her. She probably thinks I'm annoying. I think I'm the annoying sibling. Yeah, I have my sister, and then my sister's husband is my brother-in-law, so yeah. And then once I marry Gabe, I'll have more in-laws because I'll have his siblings as siblings too. I felt like I had a lot of siblings growing up though, although I only had one. Like in actuality, like biologically, my mom babysat a lot of kids when I was younger, and so there were like always a ton of kids in my house. One in particular is like still really close to me and like is genuinely like a sister to me. So I felt more like a middle sibling than a younger sibling. Because the girl I'm talking about, that's basically my sister, is 3 years younger than me. My older sister's 5 years older than me. What's Izumi's greatest strength in the roleplay series? What is she very good at? I definitely think she's good at guitar. That's like a fun little tidbit about her. She played guitar as a kid with Hiroshi a lot. Hiroshi played guitar with her and actually taught her guitar, which is like a piece of lore I really want to like dive into. I want to dive more into her music side because I think that that's something that would be really fun. And I just haven't been able to explore yet. I mean, she's pretty decent at video games. I also think she's a good friend. Aww. Corny McCornyson. Cornville. That sounds wrong. Corny. How corny? It's Bewitched. Bewitched is gonna be Valkyrie University's intro song. Fun fact. Fun little tidbit. Vocal Zumi would be iconic. I do plan on like doing way more music in season 2. Like I'm writing songs that Izumi's gonna sing. I'm redoing the finale song from season 1. I also am doing a cover of the season 1 intro song. So yeah, doing some fun stuff there. I'm getting more confident with the idea of singing online, which is fun. I was really like, I did it all the time for a while, and then I just got really self-conscious about it suddenly. It's such a good song. Well, how long will the stream be? I think we're about to wrap up, actually. We streamed for 2 hours, and I only planned to stream for like 1, so... streamed for a lot longer than I planned to, so... Regardless. He's just annoyingly straight, plays video games all day, works out all the time. Says really concerning things to his friends. Besides the says really concerning things to his friends, that just sounds like me. Am I concerningly straight? I don't think so. But I'm also a woman, so... But I would never say concerning things to my friends. I am uncancelable. Cancelable. I'm woke, some would say. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I'll see you guys next time. And yeah, I gotta go eat. I haven't eaten dinner yet, and it's getting pretty late for me. It's almost 7 p.m. for me, and I haven't eaten dinner. And typically I eat around 6, so I'm a little late. I also gotta feed my cats, so. But anyways, I'll see you guys next time. And maybe we'll be doing more streams like this. This is really fun. Hope you guys had a good time too. Bye. Shut up.